Hi everybody, I am back for my next video. This week's video to me is pretty important and it's something that I always knew I wanted to address, but it just hasn't come up yet in my videos. I have always seen videos shared of of people making fun of Tourette syndrome. I know they're all over YouTube, they're all over television and movies that we see all the time. And I get it. I get that everything is made fun of. I get that you have to learn how to laugh at stuff, that you have to be able to blow it off, and I do for the most part. I always just blow things off because I know my life would be miserable if I don't. But my problem with the videos, aside from the fact that it's just making fun of what I've lived with for 20 some years of my life and what so many other people live with and struggle with on a day-to-day basis, is that so many of these people, they'll share these videos and just because they think that just because they write no offense or I'm not making fun of anyone as they share it, that makes it okay. And I just think that that's you just giving in to the stigma and only hurting those of us that live with Tourette syndrome. I saw a video shared and it was somebody in a car and he was saying a lot of stuff and he was moving a lot, and now I don't know if the person in the video, maybe he really did have Tourette's. Maybe that's how he gets through it, is through laughter. That's fine. But the title in the video was I'm not making fun of anyone, and for me, I can't help but to think that the only reason that was put on there was because they knew somebody on their friends list had Tourette syndrome. Now, if you feel the need to go ahead before you even post anything and say I'm not making fun of anyone, then that generally means that you know in some part of you that what you're posting is wrong and that you're only hurting us even more. The fact that every single person thinks that swearing is all we do with Tourette syndrome and that what I live with every single day is a big joke is agonizing. The people that do swear every day with Tourette syndrome, it's hard. I don't know how many of you out there can even understand what it is that we go through. I really don't think you can until you actually have it yourself or have at least been around somebody that has it. Not having control over your body is one thing, and it's awful. Not having control over the words that come out of your mouth or even the thoughts that go on in your head is even worse. It's a scary feeling. It's an indescribable feeling, and not in a good way. And the jokes about it only make our lives that much harder because it's that much harder for us to be taken seriously. It's that much harder for other people to want to actually learn what it is. Now, I know the jokes on television and everything else are never going to go away, and you know what? Sometimes I have to make jokes to get through it myself. But the difference is I live with it. I know firsthand what it is, and I know when something goes too far. And I don't think a lot of other people do, and I think they hide behind the phrases like no offense or not making fun of anyone just to lay their groundwork and make it seem like it's okay for them. It makes them feel better because they think as long as they say that, the video they share is alright. It's okay to laugh at it. It's okay to continue to make Tourette syndrome a big joke, and it's not. For those of you who think it is a joke, you have absolutely no idea. Even those who know me, unless you see me all the time, see me on a daily basis, and see my bad days, you will never know what I actually go through. I try to have a positive outlook on life, and I try to never let Tourette syndrome get to me, but there are days where I come home, sometimes days and months in a row or weeks in a row, where I come home in tears because I am so exhausted from my body moving so much and not having any control or any say in what my body does throughout the day. And it's such a terrible feeling. And then to go online and see people you know posting videos making fun of it, it's very, very hurtful. And don't tell me that I need to grow up or that I need to stop taking things so personally and so deeply, because that's not what this is here. Excuse me. I can laugh at jokes. But the fact that people think that saying those things before they put them out there is hurtful. I don't care if you don't think you're trying to make fun of anybody. You sharing that video puts you into that crowd of making fun of people with Tourette syndrome. You have no idea what we go through. You don't know what the struggle is like every day. Personally, yes, I always say that I would never want to have not had Tourette syndrome. It's made me who I am. It's made me a strong person, and it's made me be able to make these videos and actually help people, and that feels amazing. But if I could wake up tomorrow and never tick again ever in my life, I would be ecstatic, and so would every other person who has Tourette syndrome. There's so many people that have it worse than me. There's so many people that can't have jobs. There's schools that don't take kids seriously, and they don't give them the opportunities that they can have because they don't know a lot about Tourette syndrome, and they see it as an outburst or a distraction, and it's very, very frustrating. My goal with these videos and my blog and all the other things that I do to raise awareness is to get that through people's heads. The more and more you joke about it, the more that you continue to perpetrate the more that you continue to help these videos get spread, the more and more the real side of Tourette syndrome just gets thrown under the rug. And I don't want to see that. I want to live in a world where one day there's a cure. That would be my ultimate goal, but I would at least take living in a world where awareness is real and awareness matters, and that people don't think it's a big joke. I know everybody laughs about everything, like I said, but even though there's some jokes about other disorders or diseases out there, most of those people can laugh at it but know what the real seriousness of those are. For our cases, or at least in the eyes of somebody with Tourette syndrome, somebody like me, people laugh at that joke, but they don't know what it's really like. They just laugh and they think it's funny. I've been told so many times how cool it is that I can swear all the time and not get in trouble. I don't have copralia. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I struggle with it. So I can't do that all the time. And even if I did, that's not fun. Just because you don't get in trouble for it. And believe me, some kids and some students in schools do get in trouble for it. And it's not even in their control. So I just ask all of you that the next time you see one of those videos, say something and stand up for yourselves and think twice before sharing it. Remember that saying no offense, and I'm not making fun of anyone, doesn't give you the right to continue to spread those videos. You're still part of the problem, and I'm here to try and help to make that stop. I know that it probably never will, but I didn't feel right not saying anything. I was very, very inclined to make a video about this topic because I don't know why, but that one struck a chord with me when I saw it, and I just wanted to get it out there that sharing those videos, like I said, I know I said it 100 times, but it only encourages people to make fun of us and to people to laugh at the way we live, to laugh at basically our bad days. My bad days are awful, and I hate it. And sometimes I'm embarrassed. I try not to be, but it's not fun not having control over your body. And if you lived with it, you would know that yourself. So I ask you to please, if you're my friends, if you're my family, or if you're just a random person watching this, stop sharing those videos like that. Instead, take the time to educate somebody about them. Tell them that that's not what it's like, that our lives are difficult, and even though we have Tourette syndrome, doesn't stop us from doing anything, and it doesn't make us some big laughing stock of the internet. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I'm sorry if I blabbed on or if I repeated myself a lot, but I really wanted to make this video. If you have any questions, please find my email below, and you can also find my Twitter handle as well as my blog handle. I haven't written in there in a while, but I might write on this topic as well and go a little more in depth with it. But like I said, if you'd like to get a hold of me, please email me. I am an open book, and I'm open to answering any questions that you may have. Please remember to share and subscribe to my page. I am getting more and more subscribers by the day, and it's really exciting. And thank you to all my viewers. Thank you for making this video what it is, and I will see you next time.